Hello whiskey lovers, and welcome to another one of Mark's Whiskey Ramblings. I am in Bassac, which is in southern France. It's the proverbial stone's throw away from Cognac. Yes, Cognac, the town where they make that outstanding French spirit. And of course, while I'm here on holiday, I will be trying some Cognac. Obviously, I'll even be visiting some of the producers, but I never leave home without a good bottle of Scotch. So today I would like to talk to you about a whiskey as well. And if you're wondering about these surroundings, I'm here at the vestiges of the Church of St. Nicholas. It was deconsecrated during the French Revolution, and in 1873 it was destroyed. So this is all that is left. One wall across all the way in the back. That's all that is left of this Church of St. Nicholas. But enough history, enough surroundings, enough whatnot. Let's talk about this bottle of whiskey. And what I've brought with me is this Macduff 2008, bottled by Liquid Art. Liquid Art is, I'll have you know, a Belgian bottler, Bert Dexters and his friends, good friends of mine, and they've bottled this Macduff 2008 in 2022, making it 14 years old. And on the label you have the ladybird spider. I'm not at all sure if the ladybird spider is a little critter that you can find around these parts. What I do know is that it is an excellent Macduff. And now Macduff might not ring a bell because Macduff, well, in the Speyside, Highlands, Speyside, whatever, they're not that well known. And that's because they do not market their single malts as Macduff single malt. You'll find it with independent bottlers like this one. But if you are looking for an official release by Macduff, then you have to look for the Deveron single malt, or Glen Deveron if it's an older release. But they named their single malt after the Deveron, which is of course the water source along which the Macduff distillery can be found. And it is, well, most of what they produce actually goes to the blenders, because Macduff is in fact a fingerprint malt in, amongst others, the William Lawson's blended Scotch whisky. But on to this one, this Macduff 2008, 14 years in a, I'm not entirely sure, is it a bourbon cask, sherry cask? It's not mentioned on the label. What is mentioned on the label is that it's bottled at 53.1% ABV, and that this cask yielded only 118 bottles. So that already gives us an indication that it might in fact be a bourbon cask. Looking at the color, quite pale, and maybe just a tad too pale to be a sherry cask. So, but it's the nose and the taste that will in fact reveal everything. Let's find out. The Macduff 2008 from Liquid Art on the nose. Oh, this is uber fruity. Mostly orchard fruit. I get loads of apples and pears. I get a bit of chamomile tea, some coconut shavings, grain cookies, but lots of fruit, a bit of sirop de liège, which is a syrupy substance made by a Belgian producer to put on your sandwich. It's like a marmalade, but made of pears. It's very dark. That's what I'm getting here in liquid form. And it even flirts with the tropics, because I also get a bit of gooseberries, maybe a single apricot in there. But this nose is actually outstanding right on the palate. Again, very fruity, and despite the fact that it sits at 53.1% ABV, it doesn't bite, it doesn't scorch. The alcohol is well integrated, does not need water at all. And even despite this hot day here in southern France, this one goes down very smoothly, very sweet on all kinds of orchard fruits again, apples, pears. In the back there is even a bit of sultana maybe. It's very fruity indeed and very accessible, very summery. So it's an ideal dram to have here in southern France, or anywhere else that you would like to have a summery dram, obviously. On the finish. It continues on medium long, very sweet and fruity, a bit candy-like towards the end maybe. And then at the very end, there is this tad of bitterness, as if I've bit down on a pith grape. A grape pith. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful single malt. And the Macduff, which is something you do not come across very often. And I will have you know, even though, oops, sorry, even though this is bottled in 2022, there's even a few bottles that can still be found left and right if you just know where to look. And for our Belgian friends, I actually believe they can still be found in Care of Craft Spirits, Butts and Barrels, and there's a few more. Just Google it, and I'm sure you will be able to find this bottle, and maybe you can still own one of the 118 bottles of the Macduff 2008, bottled by Liquid Art. And that's all for this Whisky Rambling from the southern village of Bassac, very close to Cognac. And I hope to see you at one of Mark's Whisky Ramblings real soon. And until then, may the malt be with you. Bye-bye.